Racing at Daytona can be exciting and difficult, with the high-speed slipstream followed by tight corners and the cramped field. Not to mention the notoriously clean driving that Gran Turismo drivers are known for. Before you approach this race, it's good to look at the time trials of the fastest drivers to find out where your braking points are and how fast you can go through some of these corners. It's also important to note that while you do have to pit once, you do not have to change tires. I went with a strategy of not changing tires, but this meant that I had to do my best to preserve them.
First race, starting out in P2, looks like doing pretty good. See if we can get through this first corner clean, and everything looks good. P1 goes a little wide there. We can't really capitalize on it. He's wide again. No, he's off in the grass, but we still couldn't do anything about it. Let's just try to get a good exit out of here. He messed his up. He's sliding sideways, so we're definitely going to pass him. I was really planning on working with him. He's obviously not planning on working with me. I'll back out just a little bit. I don't want to fight going to the bus stop on the first lap. His aggression just cost him a penalty. So as we pull up into P1, we're gonna see how this race plays out. Nothing really happens, so we skip into lap 4. Right at the beginning, I'm a little wide into turn 1. That slows me down, and P2 gets a run up the inside here, and well, I really just kind of let him go through, but I kind of ran a little wide coming out. Not really a problem. You know, I'm thinking we're still got a good race, plenty of time to go. And then we come up to this corner where we just get absolutely slammed into the wall. Looking at the replay, see what happened. Well, he just decided to use me as a brake and then go right on by like, nothing happened. Of course, he gets that penalty, leaves me in a wall. But he did end up quitting as a result of that penalty. He gave up, just not before ruining my race. But of course, we're going to continue on. See just what we can do. Nothing else really happens. We move on up into lap 7 where, well, we get a little wide going through the bus stop. And of course, we're going to get a penalty for that. So now it's our turn to take a pit. And then we'll get to see where we come out at. course, no tires, no fuel. Just stop and go. We're going to come out in P9. And there goes one. So that's P8. We got to push through and see just how far we can get on this. See if we can catch some going through the bus stop. Just need a good exit. And well, that exit was better than his. So I'm gonna try to get around him. I'm thinking that I can get around him and get up into the group of heads stream. And this ended up being poor judgment. I should have pushed him. And as you can see, that caused me to be a little behind them. And with them working together, me not having the slip, I just can't catch up to them. Ended up getting a penalty, and because of that I ended up not only did I not gain any more places, I lost the one place and two others. Not looking good. Coming down the back stretch on the final lap, I do go ahead and pass him again. Don't really have time to do much else. Get out of the bus stop and hope I can catch up. They're just too far away for me to catch them, but for some reason, I don't know what happened. I don't know if he backed out of it or what, but I ended up with P8. Not too bad for a start. Going into the next race, I'm P3. And that guy that punted me is P1 again. So let's see if we can get through this one clean. No first corner chaos again, which is always nice. And we really started out pretty well. P1 and 2 kind of do get away from me a little bit on this first lap, but that's not really my problem. See, I'm still upset about getting punted. So I'm overdriving a little bit. And then I get a bump draft coming up here, and I don't pay attention to the overspeed. I brake late and go wide. Yep. And then I try to enter the track too hard, spin out, get in front of everybody, and well, there goes that race. Apparently, I just couldn't end it without, hurting somebody else's race. which we do go on. We're not quitting. I don't like to quit races. But in the end, we're coming in as dead last. So we go into our third race. We got pole on this race. Now I'm just trying to stay calm and run a nice, clean race. If I keep it smooth, I can stay out ahead of them. This guy behind me seems to be doing pretty good. He's staying clean. I do try to get a run out and try to get away from him, but it's really hard to get away from anybody, which I actually did. Had a pretty eventless race, coming all the way up to the 7th lap, running through the bus stop, and of course I decided to cut the second corner a little too tight. Get me a full 1 second penalty, and I still need to pit anyway, so we're going to pit after that penalty. Now coming out of the pit, P2. Not bad, but I'm just outside of the slipstream, so I'm going to have to push. You think I can catch him? Need to get a good bus stop. A little slow, but it's smooth. I come out decent. Of course, so did he. I did start getting into his slipstream in lap 9, but I want to be a lot closer going into the last lap. I want to be able to pass him coming out of the bus stop. Looking for a good exit out of the infield here. Which I thought I kind of got, but not as good as I wanted. Coming down the back stretch. I need another good bus stop, but long. Come out slow, but I came out smooth and he didn't. So not only did I catch him, I passed him. And I really didn't want to pass him. Now I'm going into the last lap with the lead, and that's not always the best place to be at this track. Of course, he did get a penalty, and that gave me a little bit of space. Unfortunately, I did not hold that space because I did not have a good infield here. Nothing was really terrible, but collectively it was slow. And what that allowed is him to get up into my slipstream just as we're coming out of the infield. Here we are, we're coming down the back stretch, and he's fully in my slipstream, and he's going to be coming up on me. Now, I actually thought he was going to pass me right there, and I was just going to let him. But he dipped back behind me and followed me through the bus, and tried to get a run. He didn't quite have a good one, so he gets back behind me, and I'm just pushing. I'm just hoping I can hold off, and he comes down, and we get down to a nice photo finish. Who's going to win? And I hold it off for the win. Yes. Be sure to let me know down in the comments how you feel about this race. And please don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this.